This video is to help with the user compare CodingBat questions. This is the first one that's part of the compare to lesson. And it's just a more advanced compare to where we're going to compare the strings and followed by the ints, which I think are user IDs or something like that. But anyways, it's just more advanced. So basically, we're going to go off the strings first, and then if those match, then go off the IDs. All right, and we're going to return either -1 if the first one is less, 0 if they're equal, and 1 if the first one is greater. So the IDs only matter if the strings match, right? So I think the right if is to start with, do the strings actually match? So I need to say, do they match, right? So if the names match, then I'm going to do a whole set of if and else ifs for the ints. All right, so if the names match, then they're going to sort them by ID, all right? And if the IDs also match, so AID equal BID, then I want to return 0 because they're actually completely equal. Otherwise, I want to do an else if the AID is less than the BID. So then this sort of object or the A thing would be less. We want to return -1 in that case. And then if that's not true, then the B1 must be less. So in which case we want to return 1 because our A1 is greater. I guess I said that goofy, but the A1 is greater, so we should return 1 there. Okay, so that's one set. And then this if we have to do another else and else if off of this. So that's what happens if they're equal. We check their IDs. But then the other two cases are if a name dot compare to b name. All right, so if that ends up being less than 0, then the a is the smaller one, and we want to return that. Not that, sorry. We want to return -1 because it's smaller. All right, and then the else is they weren't equal. The names weren't equal, and in this case, a was less. So then the else must catch if a is greater. So in that case, we just want to return 1. All right, and hopefully that should do it. All right, so I'm gonna cross my fingers here. Hit go, and obviously I got it wrong. Nice work. Looks like I need a semicolon here according to the error. We'll try this again. All right, looks better. So that's help for you. Hopefully it makes sense. Reach out if it doesn't.